Good morning, Year 4, and here is your maths lesson for Thursday, the 28th of January. We are now on lesson 2 of our new addition unit, and today we are going to be learning to use column addition for two 4-digit numbers when regrouping is required in the ones column. So we will be doing some regrouping today, where yesterday we didn't. I was really impressed with your work yesterday though, and fingers crossed I'm going to be just as impressed today. Okay, what number have I made then to start with today? Hopefully you're thinking in your head or putting your hand up for Mrs. Chamberlain to ask you, but hopefully you're going to have the same answer as me. There's 2 in the thousands, 4 in the hundreds, 5 in the tens, and 6 in the ones. And I'm going to pop my comma in, so the number is 2,456. Can you think of a fact for this number? And another, and another. You guys are always better than me at coming up with the different facts about the numbers. Okay. Now I've still got this number 2,456 up here, and we are going to try and add 4,215 to this number. Now what happens when we do? So I'm just going to check. I've got 4 in my thousands column here, 2 in my hundreds, 1 in my tens, and 5 in my ones. Now let's just think back to that WALT. Our WALT is when regrouping is required in this ones column. So this ones column here, something is going to have to regroup, and we'll look at that in just a moment. So I've got my ones column here, 5 and a 6 here. We know that's going to go over the tens barrier. So let's see what happens. How many ones do I have in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now what happens if I write 11 in that ones column? Does that work? Hopefully you're telling me, no, Miss Fowler, it doesn't. And what we actually have to do is we keep our ones column there, but this tens number actually gets moved, and it gets moved into this column. And it's like I've said before, when we cross out all the ones that we've used, and then it moves over. Now I'm not going to cross them out today, but I am going to show that when we have our answer of 11, what we do is we keep our 1 in here and we add another 10 here. Okay, so now let's add up the tens column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 in the tens. How many hundreds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we should get the answer 6,671. And hopefully you can see why there, because we did have to regroup. Okay, let's have a go at the next one. What number have I made this time? And again, hopefully you're shouting out that you can see 5 in the thousands column, 100, 6 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 ones. And again, can you think about a fact for the number 5,167? Can you do a fact? Can you give another fact and a different fact? Maybe even different facts than you gave the previous number. Okay, so we've got that number 5,167 over here, and this time we are going to be adding 4,516. So let me just check I've got the right counters. 4 in my thousands, 5 in my hundreds, 1 10, and 6 ones. And we've got our plus sign here. Okay, so again, we know we are going to have to regroup in the ones column because that's our WALT. So let's see what happens when we add these numbers up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm going to leave the 3 from my 13 in the ones column, and I'm going to draw another tens here. So that's still showing that answer of 13, but in a slightly different way. Now let's add my tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in my tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in my hundreds. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in my thousands. So our answer is 9,683. And again, hopefully you can see what I had to do when I regrouped there. Okay, so instead of looking at counters though, how can this be shown through column addition? So hopefully this column addition will help. And this time I have Coco here. So he knows today that we're going to be regrouping in the ones column. So he says, I have so and so many ones and I need to regroup to 110 and something ones. So let's see how we fill that in and we use that vocabulary today. So can I just check, have I put my ones in my ones, my tens in my tens, my hundreds in my hundreds, and my thousands in my thousands? And those numbers look in the right place to me. So then we get started in the ones column. 3 add 8. So 8, 9, 10, 11. Now I can't write 11 in that box. But from down here, I have 11 ones. So I need to regroup them to 110. And how many ones am I going to have left? I'm going to have 1 left. So the way we show that with our column addition is we pop the 1 from the ones still in the ones column. And where I drew another tens digit or another tens counter on the previous page, I'm actually going to pop the little one, and that's not that much little, I'm just going to make sure it's quite little down there, in my tens column, but below that addition line. So you can still see I've got my answer 11, but I've carried that regrouping down into my tens column. And then we carry on with our addition. 1 add 7, which is 8. And I have to make sure I add this one in the tens as well, 9. Then I have my 6 add 2. And my 5 add 3. So my answer is 8,891. So before I go on to the next page, I'm just going to pause and say that again. It's regrouping in the ones column today. So I've still got my answer of 11, but it's gone into that tens column below. So you can see how I've quite nicely again put 1 digit per square, and I've used Coco's words here. I have 11 ones, so I need to regroup into 110 and 1 ones. Okay, let's have a go at the next one then. 7,347 to add 2,019. Okay, so I've made sure the ones are in the ones, the tens are in the tens, the hundreds are in the hundreds, and the thousands are in the thousands. And we're going to have a go today at this question now. So 7 add 9, first of all. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And again, I can't write my 16 there. I cannot do that. But here, I know I've got 16 ones, so it will need to be split into 110 and 6 ones. So I'm leaving my 6 in my ones column, and I'm popping that 110 quite small in my ones column, sorry, in my tens column, not my ones column, in my tens column along the side. So I've still got the answer 16 that you can see, but that 1 has been moved into the next column. Okay, then let's have a go. 4 add 1 is 5, and then I have to add that one below, which makes 6. 3 add 0 is 3, and 7 add 2 is 9. So you should get the answer 9,366. Okay, one more to do then. I'm going to ask you to pause the video here and have a go at this one by yourselves, but I will then go back through the answer with you in just a moment. 5,926 add 3,058, and I have already checked for you that they are in the right places. So off you go and have a go at that one. Okay, hopefully you've had a go at that one and found that one okay, but let's do this one together. So we've got 6 add 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm going to put my 4 in my ones column, and I'm going to carry that 10 over. And if I'm using my Coco vocabulary, I have 14 ones, which means I need to regroup into 110 and 4 ones. Then I do 2 add 5, which is 7, add 1, which is 8, 9 add 0 is 9, and 5 add 3 is 8. So if you had the answer 8,984, a really big well done to you there. Okay, can you please have a go at these in your books? Just like yesterday, I'm going to ask you to write them in columns, so one on top of the other. Make sure they are in the right columns, and remember to use the phrase that Coco is showing us. If I have a certain amount of ones, I need to regroup into 1, 10 and something ones. Okay, pause it here and off you go. And make sure when you come back, we'll go through the answers. Good luck. Okay, hopefully you found those okay. So because I've remembered Coco's wording, I can get rid of this for now. So I've got those squares to work on. Now I'm going to just try and write them today. So I'm in my box still. So I've got 5,424, add 2,429. And you can see I'm really carefully trying to put one box per digit. I'm going to put my add sign at the side, and I'm going to use the ruler tool just to make sure I've got a nice, neat equals sign. Okay, so 4 add 9. 4 add 9 is 13. So my 3 is in my ones, and I carry on. And as Coco said, you would have 13 ones, so you need 1 10 and 3 ones left. 2 add 2 is 4, add 1 is 5. 4 add 4 is 8. And 5 add 2 is 7. So the answer is 7,853. And if you got that answer right, a huge well done, and give yourself a tick. Okay, next one then. 6,336. Add 3,458. And again, I'm going to put my add sign at the side and use my ruler tool to make sure I've got my nice straight equals lines. Okay, and then we start again in the ones column. 6 add 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 4 in the ones and 1 in my tens. And as Coco said, I've got 14 ones split into 1 10 and 4 ones. 3 add 5 is 8. Add by 1 at the bottom equals 9. 3 add 4 is 7. And 6 add 3 is 9. So if you had the answer 9,794, a huge well done to you, and give yourselves another tick. Okay, I'm just going to move my screen down because I need a little bit more space and a few more boxes. Next question. 7,364, add 1,217. And my add sign at the side, and I get my ruler out again, just like you should have done or will be doing again later. And we then can start adding. Okay, 4 add 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1 in the ones, and I carry that 1 10 over. 6 add 1 is 7, add 1 more is 8. 3 add 2 is 5, and 7 add 1 is 8. So if you had the answer 8,581, please give yourself a tick and a big well done again. Okay, last but not least, 4,000 or something is equal to, and again, it's just the other way around, it doesn't make a difference, 4,058, add 2,936. And I put my addition sign at the side, and again, I get my ruler tool out to make nice straight equals lines, and I start in my ones column. So 8 add 6 is 14, 4 in the ones, and carry that 1 from our tens, because as Coco said, I've got 14 ones, which would be split into 1 10 and 4 ones. 5 add 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, add 1 is 9. 0 add 9 is 0, and 4 add 2 is 6. So if you had the answer 6,994, please give yourself a tick. Brilliant. Okay, hopefully that's made sense to you today, and we are just always regrouping in that ones column. Okay, our Emmett problem today then. Emmett thinks that this calculation is correct. Why is he incorrect? So already just by looking at it without me even reading the question, what can you see? What has he done? And hopefully you've spotted that he has put his answer 13 in his ones column. What would Coco say? If you had 13 ones, you would have 1 10 and 3 ones. So what we can do is we can redo that calculation for him. And we can show what the correct answer would be. And again, I'm doing it 1 box per digit here. And I am going to have to move Emmett just out the way down here for now. Pop my ruler lines back in. And pop my addition sign in so I know what I'm doing. So 4 add 9, I agree is 13, but we're showing it as 3 ones and 1 10. So that goes into the next column under the tens. 5 add 3 or 3 add 5, add 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, now it's 9. And if you notice, Emmett made that mistake there as well because he didn't add that 1 on. Then we've got our 5 add 1 is 6, and our 7 add our 2, which is 9. So you can always show the right answer, but it's also great to explain what Emmett did wrong. So Emmett did not show that 13 ones, and I'm using the same vocabulary that Coco does. He did not show that 13 ones should be regrouped as 1, 10, and 3 ones. That's what he didn't do. So again, I'm just going to move Emmett out of the way again because he's in the way a bit. Might just make him a bit smaller and pop him up there out of the way so you can see the writing. That is what he hasn't done. So that is part of why he is incorrect. He has not shown that 13 ones should be regrouped. And that's what he didn't do down there. It'd be great to see that when you have your problem solved for your Go Deeper. No, for your Go Deep. Okay, talking about Go Deep and Go Deeper, here are your tasks today. You have 5 do it questions, very, very similar to what we've just done. And again, it is just questions where regrouping is required in that ones column. Then you have a Colin problem. I wonder what he's done wrong. Maybe you can explain in the same way as we've just done with Emmett. And then you'll Go Deeper today. Always, sometimes, or never true. And your question today, a written method is needed to add 2 4-digit numbers together. Now, I'm not going to help too much with this today, but I do just want you to think back to your addition that we did just before lockdown, and even the subtraction that we carried on while we were on lockdown, and think about whether or not we've always had to do column addition or that written method. Maybe that will help you with your answer. Okay, I'm going to ask you to go and have a go at those again now and come back at the end for the learning pit. Good luck. Okay, I hope that you've had a really good go at that today and that you haven't found them too tricky. Just have a think about where you are on the learning pit for today then. Have you been able to use that column addition for 2 4-digit numbers, and have you successfully been able to regroup just in the ones column? If you could rate yourselves and pop yourself somewhere on the learning pit, wherever you feel you are today, and pop it on your work before you send it to us. If it's your favorite piece today, that would be brilliant. But a huge well done today, and I will see you tomorrow for some more maths. Bye for now.